Full order of regular meeting, Goodyear City Council, March 23rd, 2009. Immediately following the work session that began at 5 p.m. Would you please join Councilmember Cavalier in the Pledge of Allegiance and invocation?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may join us in prayer if you wish. Heavenly Father, please protect our staff as they go about their duties working in our city, and especially watch after our fire and police personnel as they do their required jobs. Please protect our people who are overseas, our soldiers, men and women who are protecting our borders, and please bring them home safely. On all this we ask in your name. Amen. Amen.
Thank you. All council members are in attendance this evening. We have no expenditures to approve or ratify and no communication. Opportunity now for any citizen who would like to address the council to do so on a non-agenda issue. Would anyone like to address the council on a non-agenda item?
Guess election's over.
Seeing none, we'll go to consent, and I'll ask the city clerk to read consent items A through I by title only, please, and I'll preface that with the minor change on consent I. So consent E, the resolution is properly numbered 091296.
Yeah, I saw that.
And then on consent I, that's amended regarding the requirement for signs and providing for an effective date, and Lynn will read it correctly as it is to be read. Understood, I should say.
Item A, approve draft minutes of a work session, a regular meeting, and a special meeting held on Monday, February 23, 2009. Item B, approve a request from Joseph Cordovana, representing Target Corporation, DBA Target Stores, Inc., for a Series 10 liquor license number 100757751 for Target Corporation, DBA Target Stores, located at 995 South Cotton Lane. Item C, adopt Resolution 09-1296, declaring and adopting the results of the primary election held on March 10, 2009, and ordering the recordation of such resolution. Item D, adopt Resolution 09-1295, authorizing the city manager to execute the City of Goodyear ICMA-RC 457 Deferred Compensation Plan Number 301909 Loan Guideline Agreement to allow eligible plan participants the ability to take loans from their plan account. Item E, approve contract not to exceed $45,000 to artist Ken Williams to design, fabricate, and install an original public artwork at Fire Station 185 at Pebble Creek. Item F, award a construction contract to Standard Construction Company, Inc. for a total amount of $365,159.15 for project number ST0802, Western Avenue Sidewalk and Street Improvement. Item G, adopt Ordinance 09-1171, adopting a pilot program and ordinance to reduce permit fees for the review of solar photovoltaic systems plans, amending Section 9-1-1 of Article 9-1 of Chapter 9 of the Goodyear City Code for 1 year as it relates to permit fees for the review of solar photovoltaic system plans, providing for the automatic reversion of Section 9-1-1 of Article 9-1 of Chapter 9 of the Goodyear Code to the terms enacted by Ordinance 07-1071, 1 year from the effective date of this ordinance, and providing for an effective date. Item H, approve the participation agreement, Bullard Avenue, Bullard Wash to Yuma Road, between the City of Goodyear and Sun MP Investment Properties, LLC, for the construction of sanitary sewer service connections, water service connections, and streetlights. Sun MP's responsibility will be $317,461. Item I, adopt an ordinance of the Mayor and Council of the City of Goodyear, Arizona, amending Article 2-2 and Article 7 of the zoning ordinance of the City of Goodyear, Arizona, adopted May 24, 1999, as amended regarding the requirements for signs and providing for an effective date. Item 2, adopt resolution number 09-1297, declaring as a public record that certain documents filed with the city clerk and entitled Proposed Zoning Ordinance Text Amendment, amending Article 7, Sign Regulations, and amending Article 2-2, Definitions of the zoning ordinance of the City of Goodyear, Arizona, adopted May 24, 1999, as amended.
Okay, thank you. Would anyone in the public wish to remove an item from the consent agenda? Would anyone on council wish to remove an item from the consent agenda?
No, but I do have a question. On E, I would like to have a clarification by the staff so that the public understands where this money is coming from.
Thank you, Mrs. Holland. The arts program is funded by the Capital Improvements Program, and the 1% comes from the Capital Improvements Funds. So even in difficult budgetary times, we do not have the ability, quite frankly, to take that money and use it for other purposes. So it is totally paid for from the Capital Improvement Funds.
From last year.
Yes.
Thank you.
Would anyone else like to remove an item from the consent agenda? Okay. Could I have a motion to approve consent A through 8, 7A through I, please?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion from Councilmember Lord and a second from Vice Mayor Antoniak. Roll call vote, please.
Vice Mayor Antoniak?
Aye.
Councilmember Sousa?
Aye.
Councilmember Cavalier?
Aye.
Councilmember Lord?
Aye.
Councilmember Holland?
Aye.
Councilmember Osborne?
Aye.
Mayor Kavanaugh?
Aye.
Passes 7-0.
Okay, we don't have any business items on our agenda this evening. We'll move right to information. Would anyone on council wish to inform the public and the staff on current events?
Yeah, Mayor, if I may, I attended two meetings this last week. One was CDAC, where we approved final approval, $400,000 for CBDG funds to continue the water replacement, the water line replacement in historic Goodyear, and that was approved by final vote. Plus, we got $130,000 in home funds for home rehabilitation. We didn't ask for that much, but there was that much left over, and the council member from Wickenburg made the motion, and by the way, very kind to us, that we split that up and give Goodyear and Wickenburg, I believe there was 3 cities, a share of that beyond what we had asked for. I think we'd asked for $40,000, and it came to $130,000. So we came out very well on that. Then our PTA board, following that, we didn't come out quite so good. We received the $1.08 million, but we had to fight the East Valley for the rest of it, and we lost that battle. So we did get 1.08 mil to toward our park and ride that we will be beginning the construction of in July. So my understanding is that the groundbreaking for that will be July for our new park and ride, and we'll be able to do more than just the first phase because of the stimulus money. We'll be able to do first phase plus about half of the second phase, which would give us about 500 parking spots. So anyway, so we had some good news. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.
I had a comment. Today I was at my MAG Continuum of Care for Homelessness meeting, and we were given the information for the Maricopa County homeless count. And unfortunately, it was up 20%. And even worse is that people and families were up 370%. And youth on their own, 18 years of age and younger, were up 248%. So I just wanted to share that with you all, that information, because it's very difficult. And even though in our own city we don't have that reflection, it's just across the board surrounding us. So I just want to let you in on that.
It's frightening.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Did anybody else get a public service announcement on your telephone saying about
the littering of the streets.
I did.
Did you get it? I did too. I guess
don't
it was
know.
just citizen directed. It wasn't anything from
I didn't listen if it was
automated
identified or
call
not.
asking us not to litter on the streets of Goodyear.
Yeah, I got that.
Oh, on the streets of Goodyear?
Well, it said on the, yeah.
Yes.
Really?
He said his name, but it happened so quickly, and of course, I couldn't get a repeat on it, so, yeah. So you got it, okay, well, good on that citizen, whomever he is, because he's spending a lot of time doing that. Yeah. I just want to give a credit to Pebble Creek's Environmental Club. They met with our Economic Development Department and myself, and they're going to take an initiative to do a letter writing campaign and phone calling campaign to the Senate for the Senate Bill 1403 on renewable energy, giving an incentive to bring new companies into Arizona. So I just want to thank them publicly for doing this. I also attended another ComStat meeting, and again, I'm always inspired how well this is working. And we did, Diane took us on a light rail tour, and Rob, I hadn't been on one, shame on me, but we went on the art tour, and it just shows you what you can do with public art in different city areas. So I was really impressed with that.
Did Diane tell you about all the wrestling on the committee she served on back 5
Is that
years ago?
right?
No.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
It
I'm
was
just
really,
kidding.
it's really impressive.
It
really
was a
tells
nice-
the- It
it was a
tells
good
the
trip.
history of the area, and done through different artists' eyes, and I was really impressed with, Frank was there with me. We went out that day. It was well worth it.
Not only the art, but everything about the light rail is so much nicer than any light rail system I've ever ridden on. So they're doing a good job with that. But yes, the artwork was, it was pretty much the history of the area, and especially around Indian School, where the old Indian School used to be, and the things that they had the photographs engraved and they are placed inside the rock formations, and it's. I remember that when I first came here because that Indian School was still here, and that was. It's gone now, and that's history, and it's a nice way to keep it in some kind of context. But and by the way, Diane is doing a fantastic job with the Arts and Culture Commission. So she has taken that over and done a very nice job of that. Thank you very much, and thank your boss.
If I remember correctly, I think that was one of our youngest artists on the project at Indian School, and she had gone to high school at Central, just directly across the street from that station. So it was a
Yeah, I
pretty.
think she
that
was.
The other thing is I just took a sneak preview into the library and checked out 2 books, and it really looks like a regular library. I'm very pleased with it. And they had a nice selection of new books as well as others, so very, very nice.
How does a regular library look?
Real quick, to echo George on the ComStat, I attended my first ComStat meeting just last week. I guess it was just last week, wasn't it? The efficiency and effectiveness by which Chief Brown and his staff run that meeting is just great. Given the subject matter, obviously they're not all open meetings to the public at times, but it's amazing the amount of information that they can get out of crime statistics, and then the ability for them to respond in the same fashion as a targeted sales team would on a Fortune 500 company is just great. Second, kudos to your staff and your Parks and Rec staff, the efficiency and effectiveness by which they got 10,500 people in and out of the park on Saturday was great.
10.9.
10.9. Was that the official count after the game? Okay, 10,900. No kidding. Kudos.
Right.
It was
It was. I don't know. I know you were there. I was there.
Was that
And
Saturday or
it's-
Saturday?
Saturday.
Saturday.
I was in and out of there. I mean, I came at 12:15 at peak travel and was in there in a few minutes and out of there in a few minutes. And
It was sold out before the gates even opened. I don't know what happened to the people that came, because typically we have 2,000 people walk up on the game day, but it was
well,
sold out before.
it was crystal clear that if you didn't have a ticket by the time you got to Van Buren, you might as well turn around. So there was no excuse for showing up at the park. And
Along with that, I've talked to several of the clerks, and I think I stated this once before, but in several of the stores, things are picking up. So it is impacting the economy in a positive way. People are coming here to spend money, and that's good. I think I see a different attitude even out in the parking lots. People, I think, are beginning to feel better. And always something like that always does make people, it gives them a positive look on things. So,
Well,
anyway.
I've sold batteries to people that were here from Ohio getting their Cleveland Indians watch. And they have specifically turned to me and said, yes, I'm now going to the ballpark. And I was like, oh, God, they know who I am. So it was quite humorous. But, yes, we've had a couple, you know. That was 8 cents, but for the city, but it was 8 cents.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, just Saturday, we have the grand opening of Little League in Goodyear, and we also have the grand opening of the temporary library. 9 at
10.
Little League and 10 at the
Yes.
library. Okay, city manager,
Nothing this evening, Mr. Mayor.
any inquiries of staff by council?
Who needs this? You?
Seeing none, meeting is adjourned.
Okay.